length, extend your spine, and then exhale down. And let's do this 2 more times. Lift, inhale, find your scapulars to the center, find your organizing of your scapulars. And then exhale, round lower spine, mid spine, and then lift back up. From here, slowly bring your hands down to the side. And then from there, we will sit with the center of the mat. And we will find now here a little roll down. Bring your feet really strong to the mat. And then exhale, round your spine like you just did in a seated position. Roll down. And then from here, lower spine, mid spine, and your arms are following. And then from here, exhale, arms lift, head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe bringing the legs straight to the floor, pressing down. And then if you need some help, just tie your hands to the side and sit up tall. And again, maybe with your feet on the floor, knees in flexion, and then round your lower spine, roll down vertebra by vertebra. Try not to sink in your chest. So stay open, organize your scapulars one more time, and very slowly roll down. Inhale, lengthening. You can leave your knees in flexion if you want to roll up, head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe help with your hands to the side. For me, this is very difficult to do this at the beginning. And then sit up tall. Good. From there, bring your feet back to the mat, knees in flexion, and then roll down vertebra by vertebra. Very gentle. And stay here. We are getting into bridging. From here, organize your feet under your knees, and then bring the triceps strong to the mat. And then on an exhale, roll the spine from below to the shoulder girdle. Lift. Find that diagonal line from the knees, hip to the shoulder, and hold here. So we're going in unilateral work. Right leg to tabletop and lower down. Left leg to tabletop. And find your hips even while you do that work, like a little marching, okay? Good. If you want, you can bring the arms up. You can add on. Right leg up, opposite arm lowers. Okay, a little bit like that back, right? So from here, marching, and here we go. Let's get started with that little pre-Pilates exercise. Good. Find that marching. Find your shoulder, hip, and knee from the side in a diagonal line without showing me the weight shift, okay? So find that activation now in your core, really centered. And then from here, hold the arms up if you like to, and then articulate down to the mat. Exhale. Roll back up, lift your hips, find the ribs in, find ribs to the hips, and then roll, articulate back down. And again, we do this 2 more times. Roll up, and roll back down. And again, feel that squeezing off the glutes, the hamstring, ribs to the hips, and then back down. And find your knees towards each other, so the adductors are activated too, and then roll back down. Good. Last very one. Stay here like a little pulse with hips higher up to the universe, and find squeezing your glutes. Yes. And we do this for the last very 5. Adductors to each other. 4. Ribs in more. And last 2. And then roll back down. Okay, good. From here, I want you to find your legs in a tabletop position. And then lift head, neck, and shoulders in flexion. Bring one knee in, single knee stretches. Elbows go wide. And then change. Without shifting your hips, just find yourself head, neck, and shoulders more in flexion. Good. Strong legs straight. And find really a strong pressing from your shin bone to your hands with your knee coming in. So you have really activated legs. Yeah, good. Elbows go wide, chest is open. We do this for the last 5. In, exhale out, all through the nose here. Good. And from here, bring both knees in, make yourself to a little ball, elbows go wide. And then from here, just straighten your legs. Find your single leg straight stretch or scissor while maintaining those elbows far out. Now you have a longer lever with that leg straight. Don't drop that lower leg. Only bring it that far, like you can maintain that neutral spine. Good. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. We do it for 5 more. Hips are still. You learned this from bridging, from your pre-Pilates exercise in your single leg toe tap. Good. Can you straighten the leg a little bit more? Point your foot. And then from here, knees go in. Good. From here, bring your feet down. And bring the arms to the side. We're bringing our knees to one side, little knee sways, like windshield wipers, from left to right and right to left. Okay. And from here, I want you to find yourself up rolling again, whatever it is, maybe knees in flexion or the legs straight, and then try to roll yourself up. Okay, good. From here, open your legs. We are getting into a spine stretch forward. Arms are straight forward. Dorsiflexion, your feet seal to the mat, round your lower spine, and find that stretch. Forward. It's about rounding that lower spine. Good. And then reach and rebuild your straight spine. And then again, roundness, lower spine, spine stretch. You will stretch in the back of your legs and your glutes, and then roll back up. And the movement is from the spine, lower spine, mid spine, head and flexion. And then from the lower spine, you roll back up. Inhale, lengthening. Last one, in your spine stretch forward. Good. Open your arms east and west. We get into side bend. So reach to the side. Find your sitting bones even to your mat. And then come back center, side bend. Reach, reach. Find that unilateral stretch. Breathe into that one long rib breath here. And then stop the side. Reach, reach. And again, reach, reach. Last one each side. And stretch. Good. We're getting into sitting saw. Twist, rotate. Reach forward. Find that lateral flexion with that rotation and center. And then opposite side we go. Reach, reach, lift. And again, reach, reach, lift. Twist. And reach, reach, lift. Last one. Reach, reach 2 times pulse forward. And then reach, reach, and come back up. Okay. Place your feet back to your mat. And then I want you to go with me into a tabletop. So from here, lifting your glutes up. And then hold here. And then slowly sit back down. Okay. So reverse tabletop, fingers are looking outwards. And then slowly back. And again, lift. Your chin is slightly tucked. We are not bringing the head in extension. Lift. Squeeze your glutes, adductors to each other, hamstring, and we lift. Good. Now we're getting to a nice next version, like a little tendon stretch. And then back to tabletop. Lift. And then push your glutes through your heels on the mat. Flex your feet like you want to stretch your tendons. And we lift back to reverse tabletop. Give me last 5 here. Lift. And then reverse. And then tendon stretch. Glutes are high up. Lift. Squeezing those glutes. And into the back. Good job. And then you go one more. Feel that stretch. Yes. And again. Lift, 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 and hold. And then come back to a seated position. Okay. So from here, let's sit tall and upright. And then slowly come back to your roll down. Very gentle, lower spine. And here we go. Okay. We are getting into a roll over. So lift your legs to tabletop. Straighten your legs to 12. Bring the arms a little bit wider, tricep to the mat. And then from 45 degree, on an exhale, rolling up, dorsiflexion. And then slowly roll the spine back down and find a circle on 45 degrees. And again, we lift the legs on 12, roll over, and then open the legs shoulder wide and then circle it back together. And again, roll over, open, and go back. Good. Now we reverse it. Open the legs, roll over, close the legs, and then with legs strong together, bring it back on 45. Open. Roll over. Keep your legs parallel to the floor, and your spine want to reach long to the sky. And again. Good. From here, hug yourself in. Lift your chest up, elbows go wide. Okay, we rock us up. And we are getting a little bit more in the front of the mat. I want you to prepare yourself for teaser. Legs and tabletop. Good, we modify it a little bit. Either you stay here, hands behind the knees, elbow wide. If you want to go further, lift your legs straight up. Keep your hands on shoulders high, palms facing down. Just hold it here. Good. Nice work. Breathe into it. Last 3. 2 more. Last 1. Okay. We open the legs for open leg rocker. So your spine is neutral, flat and long, chest is open. We are holding. Hold it here. If you want to go further, you can maybe, to modify, keep your hands behind your knees and then roll down to the shoulder girdle and come back up. And again, roll down and lift back up. Open leg rocker. And we roll down. Open leg rocker. And we do this for last 3. Head stays away from the mat, okay? So just rolling to your shoulder girdle and sit tall and upright. And again, sit tall. And last 2. Woohoo! Okay, lift. 1 more to go, okay? And here we are. Yes, so you see I modified it with you, hands behind the knees. Hands on your wrists and on your calves and Achilles. It's much harder. Okay, so from here, just keep your legs over crossed and find a little crab situation here. And I just want you to keep your head forward. Just find the roundness. Okay, we will not rock into crab. Just keep your feet out, elbows wide, round your spine, and just find your forehead to the floor. Good, yeah, that's the crab. So your glutes are uplifting, right? So round, yes, that's it. And then in that crab you might roll back as well. I will not do this today, I just want to find the roundness, especially in the lower spine. Okay, so let's get from here in our side position. So take your lower arm to the mat, and I want to go with you into a crab situation. So keep your toes together, and then we just want to open and close our knees. Good. Your view can be to that forearm to the mat. Open and close. Good. Okay. So from here, you feel that inner and outer rotation of your femur while you keep your big toes connected. Okay, we're just doing this here for the last very 3, 2 more, and 1. Good. From there, we keep the legs out and keep that bottom toe on the mat, like you look like a mermaid tail actually. Good. From here, we go to grand battement. Bring the toes over your inner thighs. Lift that leg up. Find your hand there for a little stretch. Back the hand behind the neck. And then bring your feet back where it comes from to that mermaid tail. And again, grand battement. Lift that leg up. Maybe one more time that stretch. And then slowly toe back, striving over your inner thighs. And again, we lift. We lift up, reach, 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 and then lower back down. And then mermaid tail. And again. I need that stretch here. If you don't want to do this, a little bit Bridget Fonda stretched. You don't have to do it. And then lift back up. Good. And again. And lift up. Last one. Hold it. Good. From here, we are getting into circles. So circle the leg forward, force back and up. Lift out of your shoulder, not sinking into it. And then we want to reverse it. Opposite circle. Good. Nearly there. Yes. Last very 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Place your foot in front. And then we're getting for one more exercise here, inner thigh. So we want to tap over, back, and force, tapping. Good. Can you lift now that bottom leg up? Yes. Good. Okay. And then always when we cross over, lift that bottom leg up for your inner thigh work. Good job. Continue the work for the last very 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Getting into our Z seating, our mermaid, finding that stretch, and then lift back up, counter pose. And again, stretch, counter pose. Yes. And again, stretch. Bring both hip bones to the mat. And then last one. And from here, just bringing our legs opposite side into our clam. Good. From here, forearm on, toes together, hands behind your neck. We will open and close. Okay. Open and close. Good. Find that rotation. Rotation. Rotation, and the ribs go in. Good. Maybe the view down to the forearm to support that neck. Okay. Good. Nearly there. Open and close. And then from there, bring your feet into a parallel straight leg. So bottom leg toes are on. And we're getting into that grand battement leg. Lift, find that stretch, and then bring it slowly back into that little mermaid tail feet, right? Driving it back, lift up, good. And again, lift. And again, don't sink into it. And then lift up. Yes, stretch with control. Good. Last very two. Before we go to that single leg circle, right? Okay, we circle, we lift, we circle. Good. Make big circles. Can you keep your hips still and stacked? Good. And then from here we will reverse that circle, opposite side. Beautiful work. Lift, lower. One more. Good. And then from here, good. Pointing that bottom foot, inner thigh work. Can you lift that bottom leg up while you overcross that top leg? You need to have a rhythm for that, right? So when you tap with your toe, you're lifting that bottom leg up for your inner thigh work. Good. Last very 3, 2, and we go for one more here. Okay, nice job. Let's get into that seating also here. Find that side bend and then lift, counter pose. And again, reach and we lift. And side bend and we lift. And one more time. And here we go. Good. We are now getting to a little extension. So get onto your belly and then find your fingers, hands in the corner of your mat. So already here, squeeze your glutes. Pubis is the highest landmark. And then from here, rise into swan. Slowly come back down. And again, reach up and then slowly roll from the lower spine down. And again, let's do this for 3 more times. You also can bring the forehead down and then slowly lift back up. Inhale and back down and lift back up. Good. And back down. Okay, good. From here, I want you to bring one hand more far out and then find your hand behind your neck. So from here, we want to twist, rotate, and then slowly bring that elbow back to the mat. So find again that twisting in your spine, twist, and come back. And we lift, pressing those feet to the mat. And again, we lift. And then from here, change your head. From there, twist, rotate, bring it back down. And again. Yes. Rotate. It's not only the elbow, but the elbow gives you the way where do you want to twist your spine. And we lift. Good. One more. Last one. And from here, slowly bring yourself back down. Good. Find rocking arms here to the side. And then find swimming your legs. While you keep nearly a floated head position here, while you swim your legs. Good. Swim, swim, swim. We go for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands under the shoulder. Get to resting pose. Good. Roll yourself back up. And thank you for joining for this little Pilates mat class with Sandra Leo Pilates Education without props today. A little bit intermediate work was inside of that today. I hope you liked it.